fighting, and like that's kind of what.
Yo, what is
like,
good? What do you mean you don't see me?
For it, go to the next objective, fight for it.
What do you mean you don't see me? Really?
And
come on, bro. I'm right. Like, come on, really.
Kind of
Anyways, what is good? Oh my God, it's the LTA split one. Yada yada. Let's get into the games. What?
Immediate.
Spotify and
in the wrong spot, which made them have to.
Pools, I feel like for this split have really been.
So if you don't know, Cloud9, TL, North America, Northern Americas. We kind of cooked the South Americas, and now we're just cooking right now. So we about to see who's about to win in the North.
It was been in his champion pool. We
King
got
of the North.
It's tomorrow likely to.
Current A Pig League, Quad Quay, we're going to run it up.
Decided.
Anyways, it's the stylistic differences between these teams where FlyQuest is the most controlled team. They will consistently have the highest, of course, LTA in terms of major leads in a game. Like they will consistently have a large lead, and then when they have that lead, they will end the game. They will win with that lead that they've been able to attain.
That's crazy.
And so even just watching their games, you get to kind of witness how strong they are being able to control the map, whereas 100 Thieves were trying to do the opposite and trying to drag you into the mud. Historically, as we mentioned, that has not looked good for 100 Thieves. I think the tweaks that 100 Thieves have made them a little bit more like a smarter team in the mid game, but we need to see consistency from this team today.
Yeah, we do. Bwipo has also been performing well.
Yeah.
When it doesn't go well for Bwipo, it's also one of the times it doesn't go well for FlyQuest because he is a relatively high variance player. He's had quite the experience over in the South. Also, almost extending the same things that he was showing when he was talking about streaming scrims over here in the North.
Yeah, it was really fun to see Bwipo tweet this out and then see players come out with responses being like, oh my gosh, Bwipo is actually amazing. He helped coach me. He's been great. He's been coaching a bunch of people in solo queue. I know I believe he visited the Loud facility as well. We're going to have a little feature on that later. But yeah, he's really, in this case, practicing what he was preaching with like, I want the entire region to improve. And yeah, he's done that through coaching and reaching out to a lot of Brazilian players.
You just can't hate this guy. I mean, it's after practice. Like, he just spent all day playing League. He's going to go back and help other people get better at League. That's the type of ambassador that you want to have for your sport, especially when we're in this kind of cross-conference play right now, cross-region play with the two conferences. So I think it's really cool that Bwipo's doing that. I will say, you can hate him.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So 9 months ago, a lot of people did. Yeah. So there's levels of Bwipo.
He's taking ammunition away.
He's currently taking the ammunition away. Let's pull up Sniper versus Bwipo, because for me, this is the most important matchup of the series, because I think it was the most important matchup the last time that they played. So Bwipo has been very good so far this year. He had that highlight solo kill against Surdy earlier on. He's had the Swain game. He's had a lot of giant performances. But specifically for me, I'd say he's been a high performer, and Sniper has not necessarily shown me that much so far this split. This is their head-to-head in their career against each other, and this would include that series that they played last year. 7 wins to 1. And massive differences in the laning phase. Bwipo has absolutely dominated Sniper in this matchup.
Look, today wasn't the first paternity test we've done. It wasn't the first one. Probably won't be the last one. We walked down this path before. What's going to be funny is that Sniper will always have that inbuilt confidence that, like, look, I do not care about history. I do not care about the past. It will happen again, and I will be out, like, come out on top this time.
Yeah, and I want to show this one as well, because these are just their stats within 2025 when they haven't played against each other. Still quite Bwipo favored, because I think this shows that Sniper is actually having a bit of a down year compared to the way he started last split, and 100 Thieves has been getting away with it. But I feel like if Bwipo is going to be super far ahead of his lane opponent, that's when FlyQuest becomes a little bit unbeatable, which is why I really need to watch this matchup for this series.
My first time going to Brazil, and I like it a lot here so far.
The fans have been pretty awesome, I would say. Like, they were booing us when we were going on stage. I don't know about you guys, but it happened to us too. It kind of like pumped me up.
It was like a nice experience to see how passionate they are about their teams. The crowd was going crazy. I was like, is my life over? Like, why is everyone against me?
It was really nice to see how many of them were fans of like C9. And I'm sure a lot of them were fans of TL too, but it's like a lot of them were fans of the NA teams. It's kind of like why you're a pro player. It's like you really want to win in front of like the fans.
People will make Sniper and I rivals just because we're pretty close in terms of skill level coming into the league.
We're pretty close? We're pretty good. Yeah, who's better than Malder?
I don't know. But people saw us coming in as the next generation, I guess.
At least from the start of my career, I always felt like TL was like the hardest team to beat.
We were always the top team contending for the winning. We kind of know each other how he want to play, how I want to play. He's always like playing like this.
Thank you.
Sometimes too much, but it's okay. You cannot copy it.
I definitely
honestly prefer playing towards the crowds to just entertain the fans in a way. But I mean, someone won Rookie of the Year and I didn't, so like maybe that's what's holding me back, you know? Maybe I need to be like nonchalant, like Masu is.
Sniper for sure, he's like a good comedian. I'm just like more reserved, play the game and focus on it. And
Wait, are you saying I'm not focused on the game, bro? Hello?
No.
Sniper's in the back, back over the wall. Sniper gets one on Karaoke, 200 Thieves.
Since this is the new season of the American League, I want to make a really big impression for all the fans that who didn't cheer for me in the past. Now it's time for you to do it. Or did it trade?
It's not easy for me to win over a Brazilian crowd or a country. I'm just not really like a showman.
Kind of same for me. I hope like AK is doing something good.
I feel like it's going to be in Masu's favor, just because they have football on their team and he's Brazilian.
We have home court advantage at this point.
Being the first to win something, even if later on we can take turns.
One of the things I always wanted to do as a professional player is always be remembered. If we win here, I will be more remembered in the South America too.
That's true.
Gentlemen, here in Brazil,
Oh, that was sweet. Now let's get into the actual game.
Remaining teams, we are sending to Korea for first stand, the inaugural first stand next month.
Some might even say it's the first stand.
The first stand to first stand. You better believe it. You're gonna. All 4 Southern teams were eliminated by their northern counterparts. The North now, those 4 teams have to duke it out. The first matchup is going to be 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest, a best of 3. FlyQuest, of course, being the team that got upset by Cloud9. Everybody was expecting FlyQuest and TL to kind of come into this cross-conference play being number 1 and 2. They weren't, and now they got to make sure they don't fall into that same type of a trap up against 100 Thieves, who have shown themselves to be capable.
Absolutely. I mean, 100 Thieves have been a very strong team fighter. That is what everyone I talk to on the pro teams is telling me, you know, how good this team is just mechanically in 5v5. It's really suiting their style, how heavily you've got a team fight in this season. But we're already ripping through the picks and bans. It's first pick, Jace here for 100 Thieves. Varus grabbed up by FlyQuest. And we have some of the usual suspects against FlyQuest on the ban list. You know, Ivor and Cassio Poppy, all picks that are pretty highly prized by FlyQuest and thus pretty highly prized bans against them.
Meanwhile, over on the other side, Skarner banned, Yone banned, Callista banned, all of these kind of among those usual suspects like you're talking about. These champions rarely get to see the Rift itself, but the Varus locked in like you're talking about. We got the Vi locked in alongside it. I always get a little bit worried when I see the Nidalee hovers last longer than a second. I never want to see that champion.
You want to slot it now?
And you usually are not a Vi fan, but you have told me that Inspired has a Vi card.
Yeah, Inspired gets the Vi card. Ever since he had that crazy 1v3 triple kill a couple of years ago in one of his games in the enemy jungle, I feel like this guy is always finding great angles on the champion. He's very, very good at maximizing his farm while also making plays to get the team ahead. Over on the other side, we're going to see the Corki picked up. Remember, this could be a flex into either mid or AD carry position alongside the Sejuani in the jungle for River.
Yeah, it's actually the third Sejuani game now for River in this split. He has been playing it quite a lot. You know, when they played against TL, he actually prioritized taking away the tank junglers from Umpty, and here going to be going with the same, going with that Sejuani. They do have a Jace as one solo lane. We don't know if Corki's going to be mid or bot, but I am assuming it will be bot for now, as it kind of pretty commonly is. Cassante left up though for Bwipo, and he is not going to be busting out anything too crazy. You can tell that they're still worried about this being a mid lane Jace because Ambessa is the 4th ban there for FlyQuest, so concerned about any potential bad matchups there for Bwipo in the top lane.
Yeah, they want to make sure, and we even heard Bwipo kind of talking about this in the interview that he had with Sniper and Lau before the series began, saying that 100 Thieves needs to play at a certain pace if they want to win.
This is stupid, Lau, but look. I'm jumping into the game.
To look back at the fan telling Jan that, oh, hold on now 1 second. Okay, all right. I was slightly concerned because I knew that Sniper still had the knockback. I was like, hold on, what if he knocks Bwipo a little bit further back away from the turret? But looks like River's showing up now. 100 Thieves look for what could be a dive, but Bwipo sniffs it out. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Gets himself far enough away. Should be able to safely take the recall here, as Sniper's just going to keep on forcing this wave down. Bwipo retreats, and he'll be able to teleport right back into lane.
Oh yeah, this is a little bit of an aggressive teleport location for him, but of course the early teleports take an eternity. Just wanted to make sure that Sniper was a little bit scared, saying, oh, hey, maybe someone's coming. You got to back off. So Sniper, unfortunately, gets that wave very low, but doesn't actually kill any of it. So he's going to lose that entire wave.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Not gonna get the experience or gold from that. Whippo did have Inspired running straight up towards top. So
I didn't say it yet, but I am expecting FlyQuest to win.
Of course, we know that did not happen.
Oh, big deal, big surprise. Not really. It's FlyQuest. We understand this. Whippo, this whole team is pretty solid.
But he's way more measured in his play. And one of the things that they have really credited him with is when he can create advantages, he's much more likely to keep that advantage than he was last year because he's paying a lot more respect to the map movements.
River.
Okay.
Another attempt this time over in mid. Shows up, but doesn't really get any summoners or anything of value from Kula as Inspired. Also going to pass through the area. Hanging out by. Supports have taken their first recall, so their rotations are also going to bring them towards the mid lane. As neither one of the junglers is really going to find an opportunity here just yet.
And Inspired, we have got to talk about this guy. He has been on a mission for FlyQuest, as we are going to have a bit of a skirmish here.
Yeah, the full engage onto Quad, who has to flash away. Immediately now returning with some damage of his own to the soldiers. Quid down to 200 HP, has to make some distance of his own. So summoner spell blown there on the mid laner of FlyQuest.
No, but Inspired, pretty solid, no cap. Whatever performance against some whatever teams, but like,
Inspired perfect
very solid.
Not a single death. He was like 0-0 and 19 on Sejuani.
Honestly, I thought the South was going to be better than that, but
taking a single kill, and then he had a monster Lilia game.
At least like one of them. I didn't think 100 Thieves gets through for real, and that game was close to be honest. So
for the squad. He has won MVPs across multiple leagues, and he just plays so
I'm watching this shit sideways.
level. It really is incredible to watch, and picking up right where he left off
good
last
poke,
year.
but I'm about to start skipping. Skipping.
Goldie, that's a champion kill worth of gold just in the minion advantage from Asu early on.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting that straight up 2v2 matchup, and while Sniper has had pressure in top lane, every time we go up there, it feels like he's beating Whippo up. The farm is dead even, so he's not really opening up that big gold lead. He's very close to taking the first plate on top, which would be a nice little boon to him, but it's been about the FlyQuest bot lane, who, when you talk to all the bot lanes in the league, this is the one they are really pointing to as the best in the league right now. So much credit given to how Busio actually plays on the map, how he moves around the map with his team. His roams are very, very impactful and consistent is what I hear most from those bot laners. And the thing that you always look towards when, okay, this guy roams, we'll just punish his AD. But that is something that Masu gets a tremendous amount of credit for never being out of position, for really being so hard to punish. Every time he's left alone in the 1v2, he seems to know exactly how far he can go. He gives up the minimum and never really puts himself in a spot to get fully punished.
And you can see those bot laners now switching up to the top side of the map. Masu will arrive there first. Observers pan down here to the bottom lane to show the wave that got crashed by FBI and Ayla as they made sure to get that one in before they took the recall of their own. So now FBI will be arriving up into the top lane to mirror Masu's movements as Sniper and Whippo will take their places down on the bottom half of the map. Now, important to note, since the Dragon was taken first by Inspired and then shortly thereafter the first set of grubs was taken by River, it's a 1-for-1 even trade on those neutral objectives.
Oh, first blood. Oh, what the fuck happened? I gotta see it. I'm sorry. I skipped too far. I'm so sorry. Go back. Let me see. Hold on. Oh. I gotta see what happened. Right when I skip, bro, people want to start dying left and right.
Our game time.
Okay.
Gonna try to commit towards the 6 scrubs. Obviously,
let's see what happened here.
Valuable, but thus far it has felt like a FlyQuest paced game, right? This has not felt like a 100 Thieves game.
Oh, but now the immediate engage coming out from River. Quad is in danger. Tries to get himself back away. Stun back up from Ayla, but it's first.
No shots.
Whippo in the meantime looks like a problem. He's stun back. Now the immediate
How the fuck does no one kill this guy? Because Ayla's be so behind on the, like, he's so behind.
Tries to get himself back away.
He got one stun. This, he's gonna die here. He has to fly. He doesn't have flash. Jesus Christ.
He's pushing in waves, and we'll see if he's going to be able to get any sort of an edge as a result of it.
Yeah, I love the fact. Even let's take another look at how this started. Both teams.
Look at how Braum is in that fight before
the reaction here for
Rel.
He gets up there so much faster. You can see that stolen a 0, but then
I was Rel, not W here.
The peel comes through. In comes
He just goes for a stun instead of just going to whole W knockout. But it's kind of cooked. Anyways.
He's blocking zero.
What happened here?
But it's really the reaction here from Bwipo. He gets up there so much faster. You can see that stolen a zero. But then inspired. The peel comes through. In comes Busio. There's the Guardian. Stolen a zero.
Oh yeah.
The reaction here from Bwipo. He gets up there so much faster. You can see that stolen a
Yeah, Quiz is supposed to be able to kill him, but the fucking ulti from Bai CCs him. And then he combines it, and then it combos. And then Kasante's here. So Ayla got the kill. Which isn't too bad, but he has to die for it. But yeah, okay, I understand. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Neutral objectives. FlyQuest only need a single.
There was another 2 deaths or something.
On the clock until the turret plating goes down. I think we're quiet early game.
Yeah, it really has. And, you know, as I was saying, I do think that is FlyQuest preferred pace, right? 100 Thieves is the team that is known as just ramping it up into this insanity and forcing them to fight after fight after fight after fight. And they have so much practice doing this because that is how they scrim. That is how they practice. This measured style here. It's 100 Thieves though on the grubs, looking to see if they can actually threaten to get this 6 grubs here, but it is FlyQuest that had push in mid and they're getting push in top, so Inspired just looking to steal one away.
Okay, Inspired's going to secure that first one. River's still hanging around now. He'll be the thief. Inspired has used his smite charge on that first grub to guarantee it, so now River should be able to jump in, guarantee at least one for himself. FlyQuest is just calling it. They're saying, all right, you can have the other 2. It doesn't matter. 5. I feel like if you can't fight for the full
grub, as you say, they get no feet for
names of the other feats because Feat of Warfare is the kill one.
There's feet.
They don't have fancy names. The other ones don't. It's just Feat of killing stuff and feat. Maybe I just
we got the Feat of Warfare, cool. The Feat of Destruction.
Now FlyQuest.
Oh, bro, I just keep trying to. The moment I skip, it's just hella shit happening.
You're going to the Feat Void instead. Kula and Quid, they got the damage. Out here just yet. Pathmaker, but you're still just Kasante unless you go all out. There's no real kill threat on the guy, and he doesn't want to fully force that here just yet. Busio getting stunned up. River commits the Glacial Prison. Follow-up from Ayla and Quid. They got the damage, and Busio was just a little bit too far in harm's way. Meanwhile, Sniper going to get taken all out, all in, all day. Feat of Warfare, FlyQuest.
They're going to grab it. Nicely done. Making a counterpunch up on that top side, and it is the bigger kill because now there's going to be some plates to be able to grab up here potentially before the does fall down. But it was at that tower. FBI trying to push up mid lane here. And Busio, even with the work treads and even with that early wall getting thrown up, was still a little bit extra.
That's the crowd.
Into a big tree. As here's how Busio's tree got cut.
He gets stunned. He knows he's going to go down. Easy.
How did this guy die?
Safety, but elects to hold on to the flash, and I think that was the correct choice. Once Quid got in, he was always going to go down. And then back up towards this top side, it just inspired.
He walked straight into him.
And surprise, you get caught checking that bush. Got spotted by the sweeper. Easy Q to start it off. He flashes away. The ulti is there to follow.
Unlucky.
Flash
with the whip advantage here.
I mean, I love that, man.
Definitely getting some of that home field advantage here.
I mean, I love that, man. Bwipo was even like tweeting earlier on in the week talking about wanting to help the LTA South teams, being like, hey, anybody want to work on some stuff? Let's talk about how you can improve your game. This guy's just all about the building aspect of the leagues, of the conferences, of everything. And I feel like in a time where we're kind of merging the two regions, the two conferences together, that is just doing so much for him to build an identity, build a reputation for himself and for FlyQuest.
I agree, and I think it's very much the thought process of, you know, rising tides raise all ships, right? Yeah. You know, what makes the league stronger makes Bwipo stronger because he is then better competition. I think it's really that thought process, which is something that I definitely agree to. You know, and it's one of those things where sometimes people can feel like, it's right to just hoard information and not practice against the best teams and try to hide everything, but that only gets you so far, right? And it is by, you know, improving your opponents that you also are able to improve yourself.
I mean, it was his same thought process, his same rationale for the streaming scrims thing, right? He's like, look, we'll tell you what we're doing. We just want to make sure that everybody's getting better, so we're all improving at the same time. And now it looks like 100 Thieves are going after the Rift Herald. There is no attempt from FlyQuest to try to come in and stop this one. Whippo moving back up to the tier 1 turret here as FlyQuest do have quad just lone sieging that tier 1 in the bottom lane. Whippo interfering with 100 Thieves efforts in the top side to guarantee the first turret bottom. Meanwhile, the dive back in mid thanks to Inspired. Now Whippo here at the top side going in for the 1v2. Needs to take out Quid or Sniper to try to turn it into an even fight. Both are low. Nobody's dead just yet. Whippo looking to get
Oh!
he finds the
Hold on, Whippo! Oh!
is wide, and 100 Thieves died a 1v2 for the big man top side.
What a play from Whippo in the top side, pulling off the monster outplay in the 1v2, and FlyQuest making more plays down on bot.
We aren't done. River's got to try to get away now as he and Ayla are forced to flee their own jungle. Quad coming in to reinforce his guys as now.
Bro, if I hit that blast plant, I always die in the air, bro. I need to see this fight, bro.
Whippo got the 1v2 outplay in the top lane. Now FlyQuest have control over the Drake pit to earn themselves soul point. 17 minutes into the game.
They are really cruising now. We'll see if River can find some.
What a cleanse.
Nicely done, Captain Jack from Masu getting right away from it. Ayla's ready for the follow-up with a Magnet Storm. However, FlyQuest trying to defend with Whippo making his entry into the fight here with the TP. One for one.
Nah.
Now Whippo into an even.
Hold on, start it from here.
Meanwhile, the dive. Whippo interfering with 100 Thieves' efforts to stop this one. After moving back up to the tier 1 turret here as FlyQuest do have quad just lone sieging that tier 1 in the bottom lane. Whippo interfering with 100 Thieves' efforts in the top side to guarantee the first turret bottom. Meanwhile, the dive back in mid thanks to Inspired. Now Whippo here at the top side going in for the 1v2. Needs to take out Quid or Sniper to try to turn it into an even fight. Both are low. Nobody's dead just yet. Whippo looking to get away. He finds the third and Tofo's truck. You gotta be kidding me. Whippo is wide and 100 Thieves.
Down on bot.
We are fly top lane the game.
They are really cruising now. We'll see if River can find some. What
17 minutes into the game.
They are really cruising now. We'll see if River can find some. What a cleanse.
Nicely.
That's pretty clean.
Really cruising now. We'll see if River can find some. What a cleanse.
Nicely done, Captain Jack from Masu getting right away from it. Ayla's ready for the follow-up with a Magnet Storm. However, FlyQuest trying to defend with Whippo making his entry into the fight here with the TP. Storm. Nicely done, Captain Jack from Masu getting right away from it. Ayla's ready for the follow-up with a Magnet Storm. However, FlyQuest trying to defend with Whippo. Quits about.
This game's over. Go game 2. I don't really care how these fights even play out no more.
Quad was on the Ripo.
He's got so much armor. The only enemy AP threat is a Silas who has Proto Belt and a couple of garage sale pieces. Okay, Quad had a bit of a happy ult there, but it doesn't really matter because you're already 2,500 gold ahead with that Drake Soul. I just don't see a way where
a real over
with is. But River's going to be your target on 100 Thieves side. Commit any further.
Just end the game. About to make this stuff quick. Let's go game 2.
Kid photos here from Whippo. His family is here watching. One of his siblings is here. His mom is here. His grandma's here. His aunt is here. They've all, flown out, traveled to be here. And not only does he have the home field advantage with the fans cheering him on, he's got the whole family here back. Fun style to watch. And of course, you can just have so much wave clear with that Hydra as well, which is going to be fantastic for pro play. You get the push.
Hold on.
And you're there.
What happened?
I feel like Hydra
are
just so valuable, specifically in coordinated environments, because everybody thinks about the wave clear, but you're exactly
Why
right.
were they
The
interviewing
extra little
fucking
bit of burst that you get to add to your
FBI?
combo with the active of any Hydra just feels like it gives you everything that you want in an item. As Sniper versus Whippo, once again, that 1v1 nicely buffered from Whippo there, using the Scion ultimate, the unstoppability of that one to make sure he doesn't get knocked back by the Mega Gnar ulti.
Yep, and he knows that if he gets fully chased down, locked into a 100-0 fight, he could get ran down there by Sniper, could be in some danger. So trades out the ulti, very well timed, still maintains that 25 CS advantage. Inspired now has caught up to where River is. This is where you really just start to outpace him as you get more and more items. You just get faster and faster and faster. It gets very difficult, and they have a ton of poke here as well. You can see 100 Thieves still trying to go towards the objectives, so they're on the same page as me. They know they need to be going for these objectives each and every time.
Exactly. That's what I love to see from the Thieves. Be there there first. They don't have a lot of fun
on the next Dragon to 2-3 hours. Important. If 100 Thieves can take it, I do think they have a real shot, to be able to force at Soul, maybe make
showdown at high noon at the Drake Pit. I like the sound of that as 100 Thieves going after Quad. He's already used the Soul Unbound to snap back to his previous position, and River wants to keep the chase going. He's got Quid right behind him, and he's got the rest of the boys right over the wall. Beautiful pick from 100 Thieves. Busio and Inspired were hoping that Ayla or FBI would step a little bit closer, maybe overplay their hand a little bit.
He's really the situation is stacked pretty quick.
2 free 7.
We'll push in the waves. We'll collect as much gold as tier 1 lane those resources.
Fight.
Yeah.
They just killed Sion again.
For FlyQuest, it's 35 seconds. A lot of times, Sion 4K in terms of the HP sponge, but he's got to be careful here. A lot of times Scions like to say, all right, we'll just have a good death, go for the turret, but it's 35 seconds on the clock. If he dies here, it could seriously hamper FlyQuest's effort to stop 100 Thieves from securing that Drake like we're talking about, but it looks like Whippo has resigned to his fate. He knows there's no way to get out of this one, so he'll just take the wave. His respawn timer is going to be dastardly and dangerously close to that River. Even in Quid is going to be in the smoke.
Oh my goodness. Oh snap. I was going far so much. Holy.
So they need to keep moving towards the Baron and getting these.
Whoa, 100 Thieves is winning.
You were talking about his first B2ID.
In towards AP, you have Infernal Soul. That is the poke. Like, he is really the only poke on their team, but that is going to make him very, very annoying to deal with, especially if he's building in towards things like a Death Cap next. That poke really can start to ramp up here. And you can see Sniper obviously has been on the Black Cleaver for quite a while, so shredding some of that armor for the rest of the squad. And we'll see what 100 Thieves can get done in these next couple of minutes. They're getting the waves, moving in the right direction, but FlyQuest are going to stay patient. They're going to believe in the scaling that they've drafted for. They're going to believe in their team comp here, and they are not going to rush things. They are not going to feel desperate. They are going to force 100 Thieves to be the ones to start up the Baron, to make that risky move.
All right, there's your immediate Leona ulti onto River, but the FlyQuest follow-up isn't there. The enemy jungler drops down to 1,000 HP, but it's not enough to secure a kill.
Yeah, and I think that was the right call. Busio throws out the ulti, hits him, realizes, you know what? We see Ayla there. We see the other members that are going to be around. This would be an overcommitment to go in on River when he has the Crescent Guard available. You'd probably be getting baited in. He has Sterix. He has Sundered Sky to heal back up. You're not going to knock him down 100-0 from that spot. So, yeah, it costs you the ulti, but they back off. They don't overcommit, and what that does gain them is vision around the Baron. When you look at the minimap now, look at all of these wards covering that area, because FlyQuest knows it's not enough for 100 Thieves to just get Soul and then go AFK. They need to keep pushing towards these super objectives. They need towards, move towards the Baron because they have very little engage, and their siege is really bad because they're so low range. So Baron is basically like a must. You either get Baron or you go for Elder and you ace them. Like, those are kind of the only ways you can really push and actually kill them off.
All right, FlyQuest trying to answer the mid lane tier 1 push from 100 Thieves. Now they will keep that tier 1 turret alive for now. Baron live on the map. Elder still 3 minutes away. 100 Thieves now the ones once again in control over the vision in top side River. There is a lot of damage potential for either team to take the Baron down very quickly if they get the opportunity. Kaisa can shred this thing. At the same time, it's Yone plus Zyra. I mean, Baron doesn't even get to blink his eyes and he dies to that.
Exactly. And I really love those deep wards that FlyQuest had gotten. Those were actually so critical, because while 100 Thieves controlled full vision in the pit, these wards over the walls saw River moving back to farm his jungle, saw Ayla actually looking to go back to base.
Oh, Quad in trouble. Sniper's looking to get the solo
It's
kill
actually
here again.
over.
It needs another shot and he finds it. Sniper has now solo killed both FlyQuest solo laners in the same game. Meanwhile, Quid getting the work done in the top side fight at the same time. Solo lanes for 100 Thieves showing up in game 2.
Man, Sniper is really showing up. I think this is his best game of the year so far, and with that kill, with the TP off, Whippo going towards bot side, it's Baron o'clock because neither solo
Hold on.
Is really good for 100 Thieves being able to grab that Baron. Of course, it does slow down the Baron push because they lost their mid laner, and it was something like, I want to say 868 gold I saw pop up for Masu, so he gets a big injection. He's now done 4 items here, and is going to be looking really strong on the Ezreal. So we have to see how much can they get done with this Baron. It looks like they're going to be posturing mostly in towards the Elder and trying to play for that.
Okay, Whippo wanted to find the ulti here on River. Decimating Smash hits him for the knockup, but it's only Whippo and Busio here on the front line. There's no firepower behind him just yet. Inspired throws out the grasping roots, but they aren't going to find
It's
anybody here
actually over.
Now 100 Thieves are ready to fire in retaliation. Whippo with a decimating strike, but it estimates nothing. Into the back line goes Quid, and into the ground goes
It's
Busio.
actually over. There's no way.
Thieves are taking no prisoners. A double kill for the Akali yet again, and FlyQuest are wiped off the map. Masu's the only one left, stuck farming the mid lane while 100 Thieves hoist their heads as trophies.
Oh man, this is just a massive fight here coming in on the side. Quad just gets erased by FBI, can't even get involved. Sniper comes in, forces a flash, gets Busio into the wall. He gets his flash as well, and then in goes Quid, straight in the back line.
Damn, double damage.
Knocks him down. Moss
Well played.
ulti barely got the tag onto the Xin Zhao, and then again Masu going aggressive here, steps forward, perfectly timed route out of that Zonia's by Inspire. They knock them both down, and they do hang on for now, but the Baron is going to be spawning once again pretty soon, and FlyQuest will be asked the question they may not have the answer for.
I thought Sniper looked like he was typing something, and I'm pulling up the chat, and he typed Rookie of the Year. Wow, give him some props to Masu for his play in that fight. Beautiful stuff there, but the game goes on. 100 hits him for the knockup, but it's only
What?
He has his flash as well, and then in this is a draft that could have gone.
Sniper solo killing enemy opponents, that was redundant, solo killing whoever is his opponent in the side lane, whether at the beginning or mid or late stages of the game, making it so everybody else can deal that damage they need to deal. Now 100 Thieves, they're looking to keep this march going straight down mid lane. They've got the Baron, they've got the Elder, they've got carte blanche to do whatever they want to do on Summoner's Rift. They'll knock down the tier 2 in mid lane, and now Sniper pushing on the tier 3 in the bottom side guarantees an easy entry straight through the front door of the FlyQuest base.
Sniper level 18, getting solo kills on both of the soul laners here from FlyQuest in this game. Such a difference maker for the team. They knock down the first hit. The wave's coming in. They're going for Whippo.
Whippo, he might have a lot of health, but FBI's got a lot of damage. Sniper gets the execute on him. The Leona ulti's not health, but FBI's
team. They knock down the first hit from FlyQuest in this
I mean,
game.
it really
Such
do
a
be that
difference
simple.
maker for the
You
team.
walked
They
into him, got the
knock down
stun.
first hit. The wave's coming in. They're going for
Wait,
Whippo.
just kill this guy. And we have Elder Dragon, hello?
Sniper gets the execute on him. The Leona ulti's not going to get a lot of value here just yet as Quid jumps back with a shuriken flip.
They have Elder Dragon.
Not once, but twice, and 100 Thieves are ready to keep it going. Quid will be careful about this one. Does look like they want to see who's going to get jumped on now. Fires back onto River, but the Crescent Guard keeps him safe. Quad comes in, looks for a little bit more there onto Sniper, but he doesn't find enough to take him down just yet. River grabbing the execution here on Busio. Kaisa, a little bit more damage. Firing off these killer instincts, these massive void spikes coming out from the Kaisa. A little bit more damage onto any target's gonna hit him at that execution threshold. FBI is on a rampage. The Elder is ready to go. A beautiful Zonia's to keep himself alive as Ayla's gonna block the shots, but it ain't gonna be enough. FlyQuest stay alive as 100 Thieves overstay their welcome.
FlyQuest barely able to stay alive there. Of course, they're still going to have that not be enough. 100 Thieves looking incredible from this spot. Masu getting pushed back, and you can see how much damage is getting put in. Sniper forward. Masu,
Oh, shit.
Next, let's head.
What? So 100 Thieves won this game. How exactly?
River gets the kill, and everybody except Inspired is dead on FlyQuest. 2 waves of super minions marching into the base. Inspired stuck outside his own walls, and everybody except
What happened here?
the match down, but he cannot complete the chase. That last void missile just barely missing from FBI. The
Whippo died again.
be able to force this down. There's no Inspired on the map. The Elder's going to go the way of 100 Thieves.
Well, he's dead.
FlyQuest march to their own doom. Void Missile just barely. Busio slows, and FlyQuest march to their own doom. Sniper's got Busio slowed down, but he cannot complete the chase. That last Void Missile just barely missing from FBI. The maximum range exceeded by Busio, as FlyQuest have to continue trying to disengage. Sniper goes in.
Oh.
FBI's got the damage anyway. He's now golden, trying to keep himself.
Oh. Wait, what did he flash for?
Sniper goes in for the Mega Nod, but he ain't gonna find an FBI. Seated by Busio, as FlyQuest have to continue trying to disengage. Sniper goes in for the Mega Nod, but he ain't gonna find an FBI. Seated by Busio, as FlyQuest.
Did he have to flash? Because it doesn't even stun him. But if he like keeps kiting after this and has his flash for the next round, he might be able to win that shit. That's crazy. 35 minutes and we're just finished with 2 games. Okay. Trying to make some record time.
And starting with the E, the extra
this is game 5, the only game that matters.
Nice looks from Ayla on that one. Putting the money on a carry feels that much better.
Victor,
most of these gold
first blood onto the bar.
They're able to grab that first blood. It goes to Quid. That is going to feel really, really good. And it's always so nice when someone has been out on the map.
Let's see that one more time.
Early game, but hey, whatever. At least you're stacking towards something. As Quid finds Busio here in the Herald pit, and Busio's ready to try to get out, but Ayla with a beautiful job, pulverized with a flash headbutt to knock Busio back, and now the FlyQuest support.
Taco. Yo, is this nigga racist?
Beautifully Busio back, and now the FlyQuest support dead to the death.
I like tacos. I like tacos.
Yeah, really nicely played there by Ayla.
I like tacos.
Pushes it and go back through that portal. First blood, it goes to Quid. That is going to feel really, really annoying. And you didn't step back so early.
He's probably right here in the brush. TP is going.
Towards that Triforce. See exactly where Bwipo wants to go for his first item, but Bwipo, is going to be strong, and I don't think that Garen. It used to be kind of this thought that like, oh, Garen doesn't scale at all, is really weak in the late game, but I think people have really learned that when you approach fights in the proper way, you can have a lot of power.
Yeah, this guy is very strong in the right hands. As now 100 Thieves have to try to disengage. Inspired one of the Grand Starfall to make a play on Quid.
Just walks out knowing that Bwipo
about to skip, but. And 3 kills, 100 Thieves. Wow, so 100 Thieves actually just end up winning this because wow. Never mind. Oh shoot.
Flashed in on the River gets taken out on the side, and then Ayla tries to knock back the Garen, but the Garen says, thank you very much, I will just flash in on the AD carry. FBI tries to stand and fire, tries to find an angle there, but then gets sectioned off in a losing fight here against Quad. Sniper goes back in, is able to take down Busio, and then flash forward onto the Garen to get another, which was quite nicely done. And here, without the Archangel shield, I thought he might have been able to get Quad, but look, it's Inspired, gets the stun, he backed out of the Counter-Strike, instant stuns. I thought he might have been able to get Quad, but look, it's Inspired, gets the done. And here, without the Archangel shield, I thought he might have been able to get Quad, but look, it's Inspired, gets the stun, he backed out of the Counter-Strike, instant stuns him there, so he can't get the auto W to
That was hard without needing a stun, but Inspired's going to be your target. Immediately drops the Aegis, trying to protect himself from the engage of 100 Thieves. Gets the shield to survive a little bit longer, but he's still stuck on the front line. The shutdown goes over to Ayla. Sniper popping his Zonias. Sniper popping Bwipo. 100 Thieves, 2 for nothing. Enemy.
And now FlyQuest in some trouble here. Masu, Quad, and Boost.
Won game number 1 easily. 100 Thieves controlled game number 2 from start to finish.
There's no way it's over. They got Baron and Anaconda. It's actually over.
Sniper covering for Quid's exit, but they got
Masu's. Is this even worse?
Tempered fate, and now they might be able to find a fourth. Sniper is
what?
But they damn near.
What is Masu's build? Because how is he just flashing and doing that like that? Like Oh, really?
Uses the ulti and then just ulti. He comes in. The whole squad shows up to be able to fight this combo. Quad putting himself in a dangerous TP, hits the two-man shockwave over the wall, flashes out of
I mean, he's not even doing that much damage, but it's solid.
In comes
that collector.
The Pantheon, they're able to get another. Now watch how they delay this. He gets out of that counter-strike, gets a stun down. Sniper looks for the re-engage as Masu flashes forward, finishes off a kill, but then in comes the Bard ulti, holding him in place to keep Masu safe. This allows his Q to come back up so he can stun him against the wall. The Orianna shield comes back up so he can protect
Aries teamwork.
The state of the game and make the call.
In like that.
That is it.
But they're still losing.
To arrive and knowing he can flash in to keep things going. Now 100 Thieves looking for an engage, but they only find it on Inspired. They'll be able to force down the tier call.
He was dead to rights to me. That looked like Bwippo on that over-engage went too far, and I thought that was going to cost them huge, but instead...
What?
Takes up 2 targets and goes on a magical chain to get back. Coming fight. Here comes the curtain call for the Unbreakable Will. This means that once Ayla goes in the upcoming fight, he does not get out. Bwippo looking for his way into the fight, but now the Tempered Fate ready to lock him up and keep him alive. Bard binding, only going to find one, and Bwippo is down. He went in too far ahead of the rest of the team, but now River's going to be in danger too. Nice shockwave on the 2 targets. Quad's going to try to get back away as Masu's on a rampage. Inspired takes up 2 targets and goes
on.
That's crazy. Yeah, if Bwippo slowed down a bit, his team could have been there, would have been crazy, but then they also would have been out of position. Like, they could have just left the position that they, like, I don't know. The generality was kind of off, I guess.
Feeling the intensity.
Well, now 100 Thieves will force down the tier 2 turret here in the bottom lane. 3,500 gold lead for 100 Thieves. In for the Tempered Fate, he finds FBI, but the follow-up isn't there. Bwippo wants to go in, spinning into the back line. He wants the execution, but he only finds his own. There, Bwippo wants to go in, spinning into the back line. He wants the execution. The zone is coming out there from Sniper. Inspired will not get away. FBI goes on a rampage. River goes into the back line. Quad goes into the ground. 100 Thieves are on the push. Quid and FBI. Sniper going back.
Is it actually over?
Busio charged with defending the Nexus. V2 care now ready to go in for the twist.
Yeah, it's over. Okay, bro. That's why we saw the interview. That's crazy.
15 minutes of gameplay. Then they overplay at mid. FlyQuest comes swinging back. Then 100 Thieves. Boom, they get the Otacon, they get the Baron. But FlyQuest off of Masu's play, they neutralize it. Back and forth and back and forth. And when it finally all settles, it's 100 Thieves. First, they managed to get here as the number 1
That's crazy.
seed. Nobody expected.
All right, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe. Bye-bye.